Hello and welcome back everyone for some more Call of Duty Vanguard camo grinding challenges. Today's pick is the knife, if you couldn't tell that already by looking at the YouTube thumbnail. The knife in Vanguard is special in a sense that it doesn't have any levels. It starts at level 1 and that's its max level as well, which means that you don't have to spend endless hours on farming XP for it. Instead, you can be just focusing on the challenges right away, which shortens the time spent on getting gold by a lot. There isn't too much to talk about the first two categories of camo challenges really. You need to get kills with the knife one way or the other, so the first one will be completed naturally. The second category, the backstabber medals, will also come up pretty frequently too, as common sense will dictate to you that you don't want to rush at somebody from the front when they are holding SMGs at you. The sliding kills is something that can either be done subconsciously, if you are a sliding person anyway, but if you are just a traditional sprinting guy that doesn't utilize this game mechanic a lot, then you need to start focusing on that a little bit. But even then, 30 kills is not too much to ask for in this case. Getting double kills is our next challenge. This should come naturally when you manage to rush behind densely packed groups of enemies and you shouldn't put too much thought into it. It happens more often than not that you get a double kill with the knife anyway. As you can see, the challenges so far have been quite easy, especially if you compare these with other Call of Duties from the previous years. The only challenge that should give you some headache is the very last one, where you have to get kills while the enemy is either flashed or stunned. Now, I'm not the very best Vanguard player out there, but I'm 100% sure that there are no flashbangs in this game, so you can throw one of the options out of the window. The only advice I can give you is this: equip a stun grenade on your loadout when you do this challenge and look at the minimap a lot. Try flanking the enemies that are stacked on top of each other, throw a stun grenade at them while they can't see you. Bouncing it off a wall or throwing it over obstacles is your best option here. Rush in immediately after throwing it and pray that you can get at least one of them right after the stun pops. Being stunned only lasts for about a second or so if you delay your moves even a little bit, your targets will already have recovered from the stun by the time you get close and the kills won't count toward this camo challenge. An alternative strategy is that you can camp corridors and choke points that see a lot of traffic, where you could preemptively throw a stun grenade when you know that enemies are coming towards you. The only downside to this is that you will most likely face them head on, and the melee animation might be too slow to get them before they release half a mag into you from their MP40s. Before I show you my loadout that I've used for these challenges, I would appreciate if you could hit the like button in case you've enjoyed the video so far, or the dislike button if that's more your style. You can also subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on videos like this in the future. Jumping to my loadout section, this is what I've been using to get the knife to gold as fast as possible. For your primary weapon, you'll want to equip the shield. You won't be using it, but it covers your back from unwanted bullets. Your secondary weapon should be the knife, obviously, or any other melee weapon that you want to do the challenges on in the future. I'm sure a lot of new weapons will be added to this category through the Call of Duty store in the future. For the first perk slot, I've used Ninja, mainly for the silent movability, but I would advise against this. Since there are always a million people firing their weapons at once, and on top of this the audio is trash in almost all modern Call of Duty games, this perk is absolutely not necessary. You are in luck, however, as almost all the other perks are viable in this category. With Dauntless, you can run through fire, which is useful on smaller maps like Shipment, where people are constantly spamming incendiary grenades and thermites. Ghost lets you counter all the enemy minimap enhancing kill streaks and gadgets while you are moving. Cold-Blooded is a counter to high alert above all else, even if the text relevant to AI tracking doesn't really work against attack dogs. Survival Training makes you immune to stun and lets you make plays where you drop your stun at your own feet, yet you could still outmaneuver the enemy. Fortified is excellent when you face grenade and rocket launcher spammers. Serpentine is a niche pick here only for people that prefer to sprint at their targets head on. I would pick something else otherwise. In the second perk group, I went with Forward Intel. This is especially useful on smaller maps, as knowing where the enemies have just spawned can help you set up a few kills for the stun challenge. All the other perks are not worth your time in this category, except maybe Intuition if you want to experiment with that. In the third perk group, I chose Lightweight, as we need to cover great distances to get close to our enemies while also dodging their bullets if they see us. A faster target is harder to hit, so it's the obvious choice for me here. The only other useful option here is double time for smaller maps. This doubles your tactical sprint time and could make you a real threat on Shipment, for example. Overall, I was satisfied with Lightweight enough to never make the switch, but you might have greater success with double time. Other than this, my only remaining tip for you to complete these challenges as fast as possible is to look out for smaller maps with narrow choke points, preferably in the assault-based game mode. Tactical pace makes the games feel empty, which results in the enemy always knowing where their allies are, making flanks almost impossible. In Blitz, the amount of players is just too much, and you will always be visible from at least 5 different angles at any given time on the map. Like I said, assault pace is the sweet spot here, with enough confusion among the enemy team members, but not too much to get you killed instantly after spawning. Regarding the game modes, I would avoid TDM as the games end way too quickly there, but Domination on the other hand is perfect for you if you want to rack up some kills. I hope I could help you with this and that you will get your gold camo for the knife soon. If you want me to cover a specific weapon or you have any feedback regarding this video, please let me know in the comments section below. If you would like to see me getting the gold camo for the Gorenko anti-tank rifle with relative ease, click on this video next. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I see you all next time.